Hi guys, this is Michelle. I am back with my 2-week check-in. So, I had my surgery on January 4th of 2017 at Banner Gateway Medical Center, and my surgeon was Dr. Albert Chin. I forgot to say this on my last video. So at the start of this whole journey, which began in May of 2016, I was 286.8 pounds. Then on the day of surgery, I was 251.8 pounds. So today, I weigh 241.8 pounds. So I have lost 10 weeks. I've lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks since my surgery. I have lost 45 pounds since the start of my whole journey. And I lost 4.6 pounds this week. So I am very happy with these numbers today. I'm very happy. Yesterday I was a little unhappy with the numbers because I lost 2 pounds overnight. And today is my official weigh-in day, so yeah, I'm very happy with this. But yesterday I was feeling a little disappointed, and I actually mentioned that to people at my surgeon's office. So yesterday I had my 2-week follow-up at my bariatric clinic. And I was very disappointed because they told me, even that day when I was there, they said, you're going to get to talk to your surgeon because he likes to meet with people 2 weeks after the surgery. And I really like my surgeon, so I was really looking forward to having a conversation with him. Because the last time I talked to him, I was in the hospital and I was a little out of it, so that conversation doesn't really count. So now I wanted to have a real conversation with him. And so I was so disappointed when they sent in the PA, when they had even told me that I was going to get to see him. So I was very annoyed by that. I don't know if it's because the dietitian blabbed and said that I was doing good. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think it might be her fault, and I'll tell you about that. So, usually at these appointments, I meet with the doctor first, and then the dietitian comes in, and then I'm done. This time, I actually had gotten there a little bit early, and maybe that was the problem. Maybe my doctor was running late. So I had gotten there a little early, and the dietitian came in first. We talked about, how I had been doing, and like I had said last week, I have been getting all of my protein and all of my water in every single day, pretty much since the day after I was released from the hospital. So for the first week, their goal for your protein was 60 grams of protein. And so every single day, I've gotten at least 60 grams of protein, all the way up to several days where I was getting 75 grams of protein. And so now I've been advanced to the parade diet. And on the parade diet, their goal for you is, for women, at least 65 grams of protein a day and 64 ounces of water per day. And that water cannot include your protein shakes. So you're to have 3 meals a day. So the meals are to consist of 1 to 2 ounces of parade protein, and it can be any type of protein. They don't care what it is. And then 2 ounces or 1/4 of a cup of parade fruit or vegetables. Now the fruit can only be once a day, and then the vegetables you can have, twice a day. They prefer for you to use berries as your fruit, but really any fruit is allowed. And then for vegetables, any vegetables except for no starchy carbs. So then they have a list of the things that they don't want you to have, like corn or peas or potatoes or I don't remember what else is on the list, but starchy, so no starchy carbs. And so 3 meals a day, and then you use protein shakes as snacks only in between your meals in order to reach your protein goal. So, I had mentioned to the dietitian that I thought that my weight loss was just a little low, and I had wondered what her opinion was. I was just curious. My 2-week liquid diet, very strict liquid diet, I only lost 7 pounds. And I could tell that the doctor was disappointed on the day of my surgery that I had only lost 7 pounds during the liquid diet. And as of yesterday, I had only lost 8 pounds since the surgery, which that is pretty good, even though I do see a lot higher numbers. So really I was thinking of the 2 weeks pre-op plus these 2 weeks as all together. It was a decent amount of weight, but I mean, I've pretty much not even seen anyone whose weight loss was that low, including their 2-week liquid diet. Most people, 15, 16 pounds, that's what they lost during their liquid diet. So I had mentioned that to her, okay? So she was just like, I don't know, ask the surgeon. So she left the room. And then a few minutes later, the PA comes in. And the first thing he says is like, oh, I heard that you think that losing 16 pounds in 2 weeks is not good, or something like that. And I was like, no, I didn't say that. It wasn't 16 pounds in 2 weeks. It's 16 pounds in 4 weeks. That included my liquid diet and 2 weeks after surgery. And so then he was like, oh, same thing. And I'm like, no. And, I was just like, I'm happy, but I was just curious what you guys think. And he was like, well, our goal for you is 7 pounds a month. So 16 pounds is a lot more than 7 pounds, so you're doing good. I don't know. I mean, I wonder how my surgeon would have answered that question. I mean, this guy, I don't know. He had this quirky personality that I'm not sure how much I liked it. But in a few minutes, there is a part of his personality that I really liked that I'll tell you about when I get to that part of my story. So whatever. As of today, I'm very happy with my weight loss. And now I know that their expectations is 7 pounds a month. So going forward now, I know that. I was talking to him about, I've been having some problems with my belly button. The skin is actually coming off. It's like sloughing off, and it's been giving me a lot of pain. And I was asking him, did you guys actually go into my belly button? Because I have 5 other incisions, so I didn't expect that I would have an incision in my belly button. And he was like, no. And so I showed him my belly button, and he said, well, we wipe your belly button with the disinfectant. Maybe you're allergic to it. Well, actually, he didn't say maybe. He was just like, I think that you must be allergic to it. Now, the funny thing about that is I didn't experience any problems whatsoever during the whole first week with my belly button. And I've taken a shower many times, and I cleaned my belly button area. So it was after a week that all of a sudden I started experiencing these problems. And like I said, the skin is sloughing away. I'm dark, and all you see is like this color in my belly button area. So I don't know. I didn't believe his response. And he seemed to be very, very surprised and almost like he was guessing at the allergy thing. I don't know. If it doesn't start feeling better, I guess I'll go to my regular doctor and see what she says. Sorry. The time is very faint, so I can't see it from here. So I have to get close in order to see where I am. Okay, let me speed this up. I did ask him about gummy vitamins because it occurred to me only after I had tried one of these. I mentioned in my previous video that I had purchased these vitamins. They're very, very good. Oh, so yummy. Very good. Very yummy. Made in the United States. I like that. So, I am using the patch. However, I can't totally trust the patch. I just can't. So I've decided that I'm just going to take one gummy vitamin every day just to help out that patch. Just in case I'm not getting everything from the patch that I need to. However, when I brought up whether or not I could take gummy vitamins, the PA, well, at first he said, oh, you have to wait 3 months. And I was like, I kind of looked surprised. And he's like, no, I mean 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you can chew the gummy vitamins. So I don't know. Once again, I'm thinking, I don't know if I trust this guy. But 2 weeks sounds good to me because a lot of people already are chewing gummy vitamins. So I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to start taking these once a day in addition to my patch. The other thing that I talked to this physician's assistant about was my return to work date. So I had brought my paperwork, that the doctor needs to fill out to show, when you can return to work. So it's been 2 weeks, and I was actually, through my job, I was approved for 4 weeks of short-term disability. And I really was hoping to get almost all of that because I don't want to go back to work at all. I'm not even remotely bored. Nope, I don't want to go back to work. I'm not going to get into that, but I don't like my job and I really enjoy not being there. So I didn't say that to the PA. I just stressed to him about how tired I am, which is true. Mentally tired. I have the type of job, well, first of all, I'm a pharmacist, so I'm checking prescriptions. And it is not good for me to be sleepy and tired when I really need to be focused and on my game. So it's like I don't have a physical job where I'm lifting things, but mentally I really need to be all there just so I don't accidentally kill somebody with checking prescriptions wrong. So he was like, so how long do you want to, he's like, what date do you want me to write down? Just give me a date. And I was just thinking, yeah, now I like this doctor. So since I only had until the 2nd of February, which was a Wednesday, which is exactly 4 weeks. So I said, well, how about let's go with January, I think it's like January 30th or 31st, whatever the Monday is. So I was like, let's go with that Monday. And he just wrote it in. He's like, fine. See, then I started to like him a lot because I was thinking that I might have to argue with my surgeon about going back. And so, yeah, I'm really happy. I have about 10 more days. A lot of people talked about how happy and how good I seemed in my last week's video. The truth is, yes, I was happy because I felt so good, but really I was just happy because I wasn't working. That's why I'm really, really happy. Oh, man. So, how is my parade diet going? If you follow me on Instagram, I have actually been posting pictures of everything that I have been eating so far. So yesterday was the start of my parade diet. So the very first thing I tried was the ricotta bake that I had made. It went down really well. The ricotta bake was okay. The thing is that I kind of wasn't thinking about the fact that I don't like ricotta. And so I somehow thought that maybe after surgery that would change and that I would love it since it was going to be the first real food that I was going to have in 4 weeks. It went down fine. I could tell that other people would probably think it was delicious. It wasn't my most favorite thing. So when I had it today, what I did was I weighed out just 2 ounces of it. And then I added extra tomato sauce on top and then extra cheese on top. So 1 ounce of the sauce and the cheese so that it was 3 ounces altogether. And put that in the microwave. And so the fact that I had more sauce and more like mozzarella cheese, which I really like, made it taste much better. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my servings. The other thing that I tried for the first time yesterday was the chicken that I had pureed. Looked scary, didn't it? But it was so good. And guess what? It tasted just like parade chicken. It's like, people get these things about eating parade food. It didn't taste like baby food. It didn't taste like chewed up food. It tasted like you had taken some chicken and you had just shredded it to smithereens, which is what you did. And since it was only a little amount of liquid in it, a little bit amount of the cream of mushroom soup is what I used to pulverize it. Really, all I tasted was chicken. I didn't taste any mushroom. I didn't taste any soup. I just felt like I was eating moist chicken. And it was delicious. Very good. It went down really well. Because it practically dissolved in my mouth. Like, I put it on my tongue, and it, like, kind of dissolved. Couldn't even really chew. I mean, I did, but it was just nothing. And I wonder, I don't know. I can't talk because I don't really have a lot of restriction. But some of the people who can't tolerate chicken, was yours like really pulverized? This is almost like grains of sand. It's like I put it in my mouth and it just kind of dissipates. That's how parade it was. So that's what I tried yesterday. And then today, the new thing that I've tried so far was an egg. This morning I scrambled an egg with a little bit of cheese, olive oil, and had some salsa with it to help make it moist, because I don't like runny, gooey eggs. I like my egg to be I like my scrambled eggs. I like them scrambled hard. And so I was afraid about that because many people have talked about that. So I had a lot of cheese and I had the salsa, and I didn't have any problem getting it down. Now, I weighed everything out. So it's like when it was done, the egg itself was about 2.2 ounces. And then when I put the salsa on the plate with it, it came out to be like 2.9 ounces. So I knew how much I had to deal with. Because I didn't want to make the mistake, if somehow this egg weighed 5 ounces, I wasn't even going to try to eat it. But since it was 2.9 ounces, I knew that theoretically I should be able to eat the whole thing. And so I went ahead and I allowed myself to kind of eat the whole thing. But I was eating very slowly. I wanted to see what my full signal was, because so far I haven't really experienced any restriction at all. And so this was my first opportunity to kind of see what the signal was. Now I think that my signal is a burp. Because I did feel that when I was about halfway through. But since I was only halfway through and I wasn't feeling anything, I'm like, is that my signal? I didn't believe it because it didn't seem like I had eaten enough for that to actually be it. Since I had known just the day before I had eaten all that chicken and the ricotta bake. And so I still kept eating. And so I finished the whole thing, and then I sat there and I was like, am I full? And it took maybe like 10 more minutes before I actually felt like I was full. And then I realized after 30 minutes that I was really, really full. And but I didn't get sick. I didn't feel like I was going to throw up. It was probably, if I had eaten maybe a few bites more than that, it would have been probably enough that I would have thrown up. But instead, I was just uncomfortably full for the next 3 hours. Which actually was kind of a relief, because before this, I just keep feeling like I haven't even had surgery. And so, now here's my proof that I've had surgery. Because I'm drinking water exactly the way that I drank water before surgery. Exactly. Like, there's no difference. I drink exactly the same way. And it's only 2 weeks out. So, what else? I do want to mention, the water that I just drank, you can see that it's colored a little orange. I don't have any problem drinking regular clear water at all. But, a lot of people have mentioned Benefiber. And so I wanted to mention this. I've talked about it before in a previous video, these fiber choice drops. These drops have the same amount of fiber in them as Benefiber. It's 3 grams of fiber per serving. And it's a really light, good orange flavor. I mean, look how light this is. I mean, it's a very light flavor, and this is only about, I don't know, an 8-ounce glass. And so this is what I'm using as a fiber supplement in order to get more fiber in. And if you're already flavoring your water, then why not use this? It's in the same aisle. It's like right next to the Benefiber. But if you like orange flavored things, give this a try. 3 grams of fiber, you can use it up to 4 times a day. So far, I've only been using it like twice a day. And I don't know, I like it. So let's see. So I have a video that I just did last night with a couple more things that I have pureed. Depending on how long this is, I'll either attach it on the end or it will be a separate video. I really want to keep track of every single thing that I eat, and you know, I'm going to bring you guys along so you can kind of see the progression, you know, from pureed foods to my soft foods to my regular diet. I like to focus a lot on what I'm eating and what I'm doing, and that's what I'm going to do a lot in these videos because I think that that's important. It's the one thing that I feel like I never see enough of, even though people claim they eat the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know. I want to see it, whatever it is. I don't eat the same thing over and over again, so maybe this will be slightly more interesting. But, you know, so far, so I've told you what I've eaten in my pureed diet so far. Coming up, I still need to try refried beans. I need to try the concoctions that I pureed last night. I won't tell you that in advance. You'll have to watch my video to see what that was. I guess that's it, because I don't want to try too many things. Maybe egg salad or tuna salad. I don't know. Those aren't really on the list for this week. Those might be coming up next week. But, sheesh. I've lost my train of thought. I think I've said everything I need to say. You know, I'm doing well. I'm doing very, very well. And I'm still thankful. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. And thank you again to my old subscribers. And, you know, if you have any questions, put them down below. And I still need to do my hospital video. Maybe today. I will do that. And that's my doggy back there. I don't know if you can see her making all that noise. Okay, but anyway, I'm signing off, and you guys have a good week. Bye.